talking to somebody, um, an elderly woman. She was telling me about how, well, not raising, because this conversation had nothing to do with raising children. It had nothing to do. It was all about, if you train your child, uh, in spite of, basically what she said, in spite of how bad my child is, I'm not gonna deny my grandchild or my grandson, or I'm not gonna. I said, okay, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I get it that we are supposed to not be certain way when it comes to our family. You get that, you get it that, it's just natural and it's normal for family members is to have care for their children. We get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it that, and nobody, more than likely, any normal person is going to protect their family. Any normal person, if you have a good mindset, or if you have the right type of mindset or whatever, you're going to help. I love my family and I'm going to help and teach my family. That's a good natural instinct. You see what I'm saying? And I said, I disagree with some of your statements. I said, I'm sorry, I disagree with some of the statements that you're making, because the way you're speaking, I get it. You're supposed to love your family. The Bible tells you to love, man, your brother, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart, and this and that. But that has nothing to do with when it says in Proverbs 22 and verse 6, it says, train up a child in the way he should go, right? And when he is old, he will not depart. Not depart means he will remember what you told him. But it seemed like when I was telling this person, these standards, it's like they disagreed with it. I said, that means you disagree with the Bible then. I said, everything you saying, you going contrary against God. You going totally contrary against the Bible. You see what I'm saying? So the Bible say we ought to obey God rather than man. So I ain't gonna sit up there and be no damn. You got the spirit of Esau on you, and I gotta say it, the average grandmother is like that. The average grandmother is like that, and they wonder why these children is growing up and taking, and they end up giving them the L. They wonder why they grandkids grow up and give them the L. You see what I'm saying? L means you taking a chance of being bought low. You see what I'm saying? You end up, what's that word? I forgot. I wanted to break that word down more into details about take a L. They wonder why they grandkids is putting them in condition. Situation with this years ago. I remember it like yesterday. They had this grandmother told her granddaughter is to go in there and wash the dishes or something. And she didn't do it. And so the granddaughter ended up killing the grandmother. You can't sit up here. That's why women don't need to be raising kids by themselves. We need a man. We need men in our lives, because the thing about God set the man, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man. But see, Esau, the so-called white man, they got it set up to where they telling the woman, you can't have a man in the house. Now, what kind of sense is that? Telling you child abuse? No, you know what that is? That's a setup. The so-called white man is the guy. You wonder why the brothers, we call them the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. Because it's in their damn nature is to do that. Why you think Dylan Roof went into a goddamn Burger King and did what he did? The so-called white man, it's not in their DNA, it's to get on their kid. I told somebody one time, and I know they felt kind of some type of way. It was two women, I'm gonna say it like that. I said, them two kids there, they couldn't come to my house. And the first thing they done, the reaction they gave a laugh, right? Both of them started laughing. I said, something told me is to tell them right a goddamn way. And I did. I said, hell no. No. That's a no from here to fucking New York. No. Does that mean I don't have love for people? I do. I got love. But I'm not gonna let just walk up and just talk to me any kind of way. Hell no. Hell no. That's a hell no. That's a no from here to New York. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. Then they wonder why shit happens to them. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. I tell you what, I'm gonna go this way because I don't wanna. Yeah, let me go around to avoid music and shit. But yeah, man, it's like, no, they wonder why these kids, they grow up and they beating their ass, putting their ass in the hospital, paralyzing. It's because you didn't do, what did you do when they was young? You didn't do shit when they was young. No, you didn't do shit to them when they was young. You let them got by with shit, and then you want to sit up and use the word you're being evil. How in the fuck being evil to your grandchild when you trying to teach them? Because if you don't teach them and tell them that, the system gonna beat the shit out of it. The system gonna do it. So what the hell are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? The system already got it fixed up like that. Yeah, the system already got it set up like that. Not realizing they setting your kids up to destroy them by saying child abuse. How in the fuck is the so-called white man is gonna tell you about child abuse, right? How in the hell they gonna tell you about child abuse when we literally walking on the ground of the French and the Dutch and the Germans, killing and raping, robbing and murdering the Germans and raping, robbing and murdering the natives over here, stole this country and rechanged the names and give it anything. And now when you Google up your damn so-called name, you Googling up some damn white folk. You got a white man's name. You got a slave owner's name. A slave master owns you. And A lot of our people, we walking on innocent blood right now, all because of their ancestors. That's why the so-called white people today is benefiting off of what they forefathers decades, centuries ago. Yeah, and we are in the conditions that we're in. But by training your child, when you read in the Bible, and if you read First Chronicles, chapter 12, it tells you how our men were warriors. They was not punks. You look at David. David wasn't no coward. David was not a coward. Yeah, David was not a coward. Look how the children of Israel, a lot of them went up. David killed several thousands of the Philistines because God gave him power is to kill so many thousands of the enemies. God was with David. Now, every time Israel didn't keep the commandments of God, they would fail and they would be defeated. The enemy, they would be smitten by the enemy. But as long as they was keeping the commandments and doing those things, God allowed the Israel is to have power over their enemies. David went and fought the enemies in them when he went down in the hole and the enemies came against him in the holes. The Bible says David killed over several thousands of the enemies. You know, that's the way we gotta be. We can't be in this thing talking about we believe in God and we follow God, but yet and still, I love my if you love them, you will teach them right. You ain't gonna be sitting up there talking about, well, that's my grandson and I love them, and you love them, you're gonna teach them right. You see what I'm saying? You don't love nobody just by providing, going to the store and getting all these, just giving them lollipops all the time. There were times, if you look in the Bible, when God told Israel is to go, there are times when you read in the Bible, you'll see God wasn't passing out no goddamn lollipops all the goddamn time. He wasn't. He was not passing out no goddamn lollipops. When it was time for him to go to war, when it was time for the Israelites to go to war, they went to war. Yeah, they went to war. When the Most High was dealing with demons, do you think he was sitting up there playing with them and laughing? There were times and places where he wasn't passing out no lollipop. And when he come back the second time, he's not gonna be passing out no goddamn lollipops. No. He gonna come back here, killing. That's the way the Most High gonna be. You know? You got to discipline your kids, man. And our grandmothers, then when they get a certain age, then the first thing they saying, the first goddamn thing that's going on, well, baby, these kids, you raising them for somebody else. No, your ass, now you want to blame it on you raising them for somebody else when you didn't how come you didn't think about that when you was turning around sitting up there saying, I'm gonna love his grandmother and I'm gonna love my grandbaby. Now you love him so much and they so, oh, my grandbaby, he looks so beautiful and this and that and the third. No, don't be evil toward that baby. Now you older, telling everybody you can think of, well, baby, when you raise these kids, you're raising them for somebody else. When you is the one that listening to Esau creating that shit. And you know, we telling you, Esau is the one that put that shit in your head that's the way it should have been. The majority of the stuff that we follow is nothing but it's lies. And they don't care. If they cared about this generation, see, the older generation, it's like they don't care about this generation. Because if they did, they'd be like, nah, well, you know what, you're right. We do need to give them discipline. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We do need to give them discipline. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, man. But anyway, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come back and talk more about this here when I come back, and we'll talk. But get on your job and do your job before it's too late, because when y'all get ready to train y'all kids, get ready to, like, when your kids get grown, don't sit up there and blame your kids for your fuck ups, because you failed to do your job in raising. Just like if you go on a job and you don't perform your duties, your tasks on a job, guess what they do? They fire you. So if your children come back and give you an L stands for destruction. That's what it stands for. That means you'll lose. That's the word I was looking for. Your ass will end up losing. When you take that, be careful how you raise your kids, because they're going to give you that L. You're going to lose. And you're going to wake up and you're going to realize, if you make it, that damn, look at what the hell my grandson doing to me. This motherfucker, this man's beating the hell out of me. That means you did a horrible job in presenting yourself and showing your child how he should present himself. You did a horrible job as a grandmother and a mother and so on. I mean, as a mother, a grandmother. That's what it means. So you're going to know when that L done come into your life. When you didn't hit an L, it means your ass done lost. So grandmothers, y'all better take heed to this. All right, I'm out.